Peace everybody, back with another video. This is WWE's Jaxson. Ryker says Black Lives Matter is garbage. Realize how good you all actually have it. And of course, as you can see here, is the WWE superstars. I do believe the one in the middle is Jaxson Ryker. I'm not sure. So, but these are the three WWE superstars. There is more heat on WWE superstar Jaxson Ryker today after an old Facebook post was uncovered with his thoughts on the Black Lives Matter movement. Yes, so the heat is on WWE superstar Jaxson Ryker. Today an old Facebook post was uncovered with his thoughts on the Black Lives Matter movement. But he expressed his thought on his opinion, but unfortunately his account was hacked. It was hijacked by one of the other WWE superstars. It's not these guys here, not his friends here. It's the other ones that are doing it. They're switching the narrative of what they're doing to his account. So a couple other WWE superstars, they hijacked his account, literally. The post from July 2019 reads, "Pretty touchy subject, but all this Black Lives Matter garbage baffles me. I challenge anyone of any color or race to go watch 12 Years a Slave, the movie, and realize how good you all actually have it. Learn heritage. Christ, Gandhi, Buddha, they all taught love and caring for others. This is getting out of hand. I pray for this nation daily." Yes, so there is a movie called 12 Years a Slave. Now, I know I need to go find that one. Of course, the post that he has done, it was from July of 2019, last year. And that's what it read. It says, "Pretty touchy subject, but all this Black Lives Matter garbage baffles me. I challenge anyone of any color, not just blacks," he means black, white, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, Haitians, whatever, "or race to go watch 12 Years a Slave, the movie." So now you got to go look for that one and realize how good you all actually have it. Learn heritage. And he's right. Learn your heritage of what it's really about. The post is still up on Ryker's Facebook feed, but after someone posted a screenshot on Twitter, the settings on his feed were changed so that the post could no longer be seen by anyone who is not his Facebook friend. Yes, so the post is still up there, okay, on his Facebook feed. And of course, someone posted a screenshot on Twitter. Of course, they switched the narrative. The settings on his feed were changed. So somebody changed the settings on his account so that the post could no longer be seen by anyone who is not his Facebook friend. This comes after Ryker tweeted his support for President Donald Trump amid the protests and riots happening across the country. The tweet caused several wrestlers and many of his followers to react negatively. Scroll down to see the screenshot of his Facebook post from July 2019 and scroll down further to see the tweet from last night with reactions from some wrestlers, including tag team partners Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake. Yes, so Jaxson Ryker is a Trump supporter because he knows that Donald Trump is telling the truth. And of course, the mainstream media, they're not telling you the truth. They're giving you all kinds of bullcrap lies. Saying, oh, well, Donald Trump is racist. Not true. Donald Trump is sending in riots or starting riots, this and that. Not true. I mean, it's just so much negativity on the news that it's not even funny anymore. This is why I cannot watch the news anymore, because all the lies that the mainstream media is telling you. All right. And you need to get rid of it. Get rid of the news. Turn your TV off. The tweet caused several wrestlers and many of his followers to react negatively. Of course, they did, including tag team partners Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake. So they're the negative people. So here is Jaxson Ryder's tweet. This is what he is saying. And then, of course, like I said, Ranrell Johnson changed the narrative, obviously. See, this is what happened. Jaxson Ryder, thankful for the POTUS we have. God bless America, built of freedom, forgotten no more. So that's the original tweet from June 1st, 2020. Now, this one underneath him changed the narrative. So they hijacked his Facebook page and changed it to this. And then this one, it says, this don't surprise me one bit. So this is what he goes by Ranrell Johnson, who took the screenshot and changed their narrative. All right, so he lied. And when Jaxson Ryder is the one telling the truth, the other wrestlers decide, oh, well, we're going to change the narrative because we don't like Trump supporters. Well, too bad. But this is what happened. And Chad Larrell is always the truth. Mustafa Ali has also chimed in. It says, I'm thankful you posted this because I'm now aware of what you stand for. When black brothers and sisters are crying, you praise someone that refuses to acknowledge their hurt. And so, I mean, yes, Jaxson Ryder knows that the Black Lives Matter is garbage. He realizes that Trump is doing the right thing. He also knows that the truth is always going to come out, because with the mainstream media, also known as the lamestream media, are not going to tell you that people are getting fed up with this. All the news is showing you is destruction and chaos. That's all they're showing. They don't care about nothing else. Here we got Batista. Oh, jeez. I am really tired. And Batista had retired from wrestling. He's in the movie industry, which is now evil, because, there's a lot of stuff going on over there. He is saying on his Twitter account, I'm just keeping him nameless because he's a sorry-ass mother, you-know-what, who I refuse to let ride my coattails. He gets no love from me. He gets no rub from me. And if he would like to discuss it in person, we have enough mutual acquaintances that he will be able to find me easily. So Batista wrote out this negative comment about Jaxson Ryder. And it goes on, and he goes on to say, not you, I was talking about my peer who had the nerve to post that ignorant ass tweet supporting a hashtag fake president who is inciting violence and posing with Bibles like he's a decent human being. speaking the words of a dictator while people are being gassed in the streets. The reason why Donald Trump was holding that Bible is because he does not like the Democrats at all, which are demons. They're demon rats. They're the ones that caused all this mass destruction and all of the chaos. They're the ones that started all this. Think to your history of who started the Republican Party. It wasn't a Caucasian man, that's for sure. And that is the God's honest truth right there. It was not the Caucasian man. No. So you've got to do some research on the Republican history and why the demon rats are causing all this chaos. They're causing all this destruction. And why they are after Donald Trump, because they want him gone because he's a threat to them. And it's because, you know what, you hating on Donald Trump for all the wrong reasons when he's doing everything for the right reason. You're hating on him for no reason at all. You're all screaming, oh, he's the worst president. He's racist. He started the war. Blah, blah, blah. No, he did not. It's the demon rats that have done all of this mass destruction and chaos. Here's another tweet from Batista. I'll pass. I don't like ignorant mother, you know what, get in my pocket. How is Jaxson Ryker an ignorant person when he knows Black Lives Matter is garbage? How? At least he knows the truth that Black Lives Matter is garbage. It's no good because George Soros hijacked Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and other alleged organized criminals that are doing all his dirty work for him while he's sitting somewhere in a mansion somewhere here in New York State, laughing and enjoying all this, having drinks with his buddies and that. Wesley Blake liked the following tweets from tag team partner Steve Cutler. So Steve Cutler is liking this now, and this is his tweet right here. He says, although I am part of a tag team while I wrestle, I am my own person with my own thoughts and beliefs. It pains me to see what's going on in the world. I fought for the freedom of our country and all of the people who live here. And it goes on to say, it shouldn't matter your race or however you identify. We are all human beings and all deserve to be equal. Thank you, Steve Cutler. I agree with him. So he got his own mind to think. He doesn't need nobody telling him, oh, well, this and that. He got his own mind to think. He thinks for himself. And he also says it shouldn't matter your race. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter at all. We're all human. That's the only race I see is human race. That's it. No color, no nothing, just human race. Wesley Blake says, I will never understand, however I stand. And of course he's got hashtag justice for George Floyd, and we know that's a bogus lie because George Floyd is a distraction. It never really happened. People are out here doing this crap, tearing each other apart, ripping business apart for no reason at all, and yet all this chaos and destruction is happening from the looters and rioters, and people have lost their businesses because of all this crap. This Tony Dungy, I think that's how you say his last name. He says, as I have watched the events in Minneapolis unfold the last few days, I have wondered and prayed about how I should respond. Below are my thoughts. I hope you read the whole thing because the final thought is most important. Romans 12:21. So here's his is his thing below that he has posted. It says, America is in a very sad place today. We have seen a man die senselessly at the hands of the very people who are supposed to be protecting our citizens. We have seen people protest his death by destroying the property and dreams of people in their own community, the very people they are protesting for. We have many people pointing fingers of blame, painting the opposite side with a broad brush. We have anger and bitterness winning out over logic and reason. We have distrust and prejudice winning out over love and respect. What happened to George Floyd was inexcusable and it should have never happened. Justice needs to be served, but in seeking justice, we can't fall into the trap of prejudice, prejudging every police officer we see. What started out as peaceful protests have devolved into arson and looting, and that should never happen. Either, yes, there should be protests, but we do not have license to perform criminal acts because we're angry. Today, we are a divided country. We're divided racially, politically, and socio-economically, and Satan is laughing at us because that is exactly what he wants. Dysfunction, mistrust, and hatred help his kingdom flourish. And he is telling the truth. Hello! There's division. Now you got the curfew, the martial law, everything because of these looters and rioters that caused all of this chaos. And it's a sad shame now we are divided because of what these looters and rioters have done. And like what he said in here, Satan is laughing at us because that is exactly what he wants. Dysfunction, mistrust, and hatred help his kingdom flourish. So Satan wants his kingdom to flourish. Well, guess what? It's not going to work because people are rising up. They're unifying to beat this devil because this is right now is an invisible enemy that we are fighting. This should have never happened in the first place because, all this hatred for one another is totally ridiculous. You're all acting like children. Stop acting like children and start unifying against the devil who is allowing all this dysfunction, chaos, mistrust, and hatred for other people because you don't know each other, really. You only know each other through internet, that's it. Most of you don't know each other in real life. You don't know what the other person is doing. You have no idea what the other person is doing at all. So stop hating one another and start fighting the invisible enemy, which is Satan himself, because he's the one that's causing all of this mess. And he's laughing at us and enjoying everything that is going on. And now that he got you to mistrust the police, he said, yeah, now my work is done. Now I get to watch my kingdom flourish. Let all the devils tear each other apart, this and that. No, start fighting against the devil. put on your armor of God, your God of armor, and fight the devil, because if you don't do it, you are definitely going to lose this country. And then what's going to happen then? Martial law, curfews every night, and it's already happening right now because of what's going on. Your hatred for one another is totally insane. Stop hating one another and start unifying together to get rid of Satan's enemies. Jaxson Ryker, of course, you know, that's his original post that he posted. And of course, Bull James, I never even heard of him. He says $30+ million in settlements to family whose children were sexually abused by this monster, says differently. Excuse me? How is Donald Trump sexually abusing anybody? Huh? He's married to Melania Trump, who is a beautiful former model, by the way. Donald Trump is not sexually abusing anybody. All these lies that are coming out about Donald Trump, about him sexually abusing a girl, excuse me, but that happens to be his daughter when she was very young, that was sitting on his lap. And of course, there's the bad boy Joey Janela. Excuse me. There's the bad boy Joey Janela. Someone is gonna take a nice, you know what, in your gear bag. No, because Jaxson Ryker is telling the truth of how he feels about Black Lives Matter, and he knows it's garbage. It's pathetic. Of course, we got Kevin Owens here, which I really can't stand at all. The freedom you speak of entitles you to speak your mind all you want. I'm not here to argue that. I just really need to tell you that I think you're pushing your, you know what, wrestling catchphrases as all of this is happening, and happening is that's absolutely blank pathetic. Well, Kevin Owens, sir, if you would only see the truth of what's really going on, sir, then you wouldn't. And if you don't like our country, you can go back to Canada where you came from, because that's where you're really originally from, Canada. So you can hike your butt back over that way. And I mean, these are the negative wrestlers, superstars that entertain the world, and that are jumping on Jaxson Ryker's tweet and changing the narrative for no reason at all when Jaxson Ryker is speaking the truth. Oh, here we go with Sami Zayn. He says, literally built on oppression. Excuse you, Sami Zayn, but who died and left you, boss? You're from Canada, too. You don't like our country? Get out. Pack your bags and move back there. Jaxson Ryker, of course, you know, his tweet. And yes, America is built on freedom. It is not built to enslave anybody, which is illegal. It's inhumane. Austin Healy Aries wrote on his Twitter, lay off the red Kool-Aid, dude. That blank bad for your health. No, the blue Kool-Aid isn't any better. Fake colors are fake colors. Excuse you, Austin, but I don't know where you're from, but if you're from Canada, you can go back there too. Get out. We don't need negative people. saying, oh, Donald Trump is this and Donald Trump is that, when he's fighting the cabal by himself, all by himself, literally. Hillary Clinton, I do believe her next conference court date is September 9th, or is it December 9th, whichever comes first. She's going to make up an excuse to say, oh, well, the rioters got to me. They beat me. Excuse me, Hillary Clinton, ma'am. You're a liar. And you condone violence against humanity. You approve of all this. Hillary Clinton is an alleged terrorist. Literally. Yeah, that's right. And Hillary Clinton is an alleged terrorist. She approves all of this. How much longer are you going to allow these people who are negative destroy what you have? This is why I don't listen to the government at all. I don't. I undermine them all the time. I do what I want. I'm a free American, and I will do whatever I want, and nobody can control me ever. And of course, the last one is Ryan Nemeth. He tweets, this brain-dead milkshake of a tweet reads like you shook your phone and words just fell out randomly. No, because that tweet is from 2019 that he wrote on his Facebook page that is still there. And people, and these negative wrestling superstars screenshotted it and changed the narrative. So I'm going with Jaxson writer's truth. I'm not going with the negative people. The negative people are always negative, and they always will be. Well, I don't care for Trump. Well, if you don't care for Trump, too bad. He's your president, like it or not. And if you want to jump bail to another country, go. Goodbye. Get out of here. We don't need you. The patriots are taking their country back. That's what they're doing right now. The Great Awakening is here. The storm is here. And the patriots are taking their country back because they've had enough of all this crap with these shadow governments that are controlling everybody. People are getting tired of being treated like slaves because they want this and they want that. The government does. The police are no better because the bad ones are in with the good ones. And the bad police need to be kicked out, literally. Start doing background checks on them. But obviously, when they first enter the police academy, nobody checks their background to make sure they're not the alleged Klans member. They just let them all in and say, yeah, we're going to go kill these people as soon as we get promoted doing this and doing that. Yeah, that's what the cops do. The bad ones. There are good cops that are standing in solidarity with the peaceful protesters. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, of course you didn't notice, because the mainstream media is not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you the good cops are standing in solidarity with the peaceful protesters. Nope, they're not going to tell you that. They're only going to show you the negative side. That's all they're going to show you. They don't care about nothing else. Nothing ever comes from the mainstream media. They're not going to tell you, oh, here the good cops are standing in solidarity with the peaceful protesters. Oh, that is wonderful. They're not going to tell you that. They will never tell you that. Because they don't care about American people. stand up for what you really believe in and stop allowing these people to take over your lives. Kick out the bad cops. Kick out the shadow governments that are evil. Kick them all out and rebuild with a new system instead of having this old system that's been around for 65 plus years. Leave your comments below. I am out.